Deep in the heart of Nubia, where the Nile River flows through the sands of time, lies a land steeped in history and mystery. This ancient region, with its vast deserts and fertile riverbanks, has been a cradle of civilization for millennia. Here stand the colossal temples of Abu Simbel, a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry. These towering monuments, carved directly into the sandstone cliffs, are guarded by four colossal statues of Ramesses II. Each statue, with its intricate details and imposing presence, tells the story of a time when pharaohs ruled with divine authority. Their imposing figures, each reaching over 65 feet in height, have captivated travelers and explorers for centuries. These statues are not just stone carvings, they are a testament to the grandeur and ambition of ancient Egypt. Abu Simbel is more than just a temple complex. It's a testament to the power and ambition of one of ancient Egypt's most celebrated pharaohs. The walls of the temples are adorned with intricate hieroglyphics and carvings that depict the might and achievements of Ramesses II. The temple's location was strategically chosen. Nestled on the border between Egypt and Nubia, it served as a sentinel, watching over the lands and resources that were vital to the kingdom's prosperity. It sits on the border between Egypt and Nubia, a region rich in gold and other resources. The Nile River, flowing serenely nearby, was a lifeline, providing water, transportation and sustenance to the people of this ancient land. The imposing facade served as a powerful statement to any who dared to enter Egypt's southern frontier. It was a declaration of strength and a warning to potential invaders. It declared the might and authority of Ramesses II, reminding all of his dominion over these lands. The inscriptions and carvings are not just decorative, they are a chronicle of a ruler's legacy, etched in stone for eternity. As the sun sets over Abu Simbel, casting long shadows over the statues, one can't help but feel a sense of awe. The guardians of Nubia stand as silent sentinels, watching over the land and its people, a reminder of a glorious past that continues to inspire and captivate. Under the starlit sky, the temples of Abu Simbel come alive with a mystical glow. The guardians of Nubia, bathed in the soft light, seem almost ethereal, as if whispering the secrets of the ages to those who listen. Visitors from around the world come to witness this marvel, their faces reflecting the wonder and admiration that these ancient guardians inspire. The legacy of Ramesses II and the grandeur of Abu Simbel continue to leave an indelible mark on all who behold them. Ramesses II, who reigned from 1279 to 1213 BC, is considered one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. His reign was marked by ambitious building projects, military campaigns, and a flourishing of art and culture. Abu Simbel, his most impressive architectural achievement, was intended to immortalize his legacy and honor the gods of ancient Egypt. Over time, the sands of the desert swallowed Abu Simbel. The temples lay forgotten for centuries, their existence known only through local legends. Then, in 1813, Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt stumbled upon the site. He was captivated by the sight of the colossal statues peeking out from beneath the sand. A monumental rescue, the Great Relocation. In the 1960s, the construction of the Aswan High Dam posed a significant threat to Abu Simbel. The rising waters of Lake Nasser, the reservoir created by the dam, would have submerged the temples entirely.
To save this ancient wonder, UNESCO launched an unprecedented international rescue operation. The temples were carefully cut into massive blocks, each weighing between 20 and 30 tons. These blocks were then transported and reassembled on higher ground 200 feet above the original site.
The relocation was a remarkable feat of engineering and international cooperation, ensuring the preservation of Abu Simbel for generations to come. The temples of Abu Simbel are not just architectural marvels, they are a testament to the grandeur and ambition of ancient Egyptian civilization. Nestled on the western bank of Lake Nasser, These temples have stood the test of time, witnessing the rise and fall of empires. Abu Simbel consists of two temples. These monumental structures were originally carved out of the mountainside during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses II in the 13th century BC. They were intended to demonstrate the power and divine nature of the pharaoh. The larger temple, the Great Temple, is dedicated to Ramesses II himself, as well as the gods Amun, Ra-Horakhti and Ptah. The facade of the Great Temple is dominated by four colossal statues of Ramesses II, each standing over 20 meters tall, gazing out across the desert. The interior is a labyrinth of halls and chambers adorned with intricate reliefs and towering statues. These halls were designed to impress and inspire awe, with every surface covered in detailed carvings that tell the story of Ramesses II's reign and his divine right to rule.
The small temple, is dedicated to Ramesses II's beloved wife, Queen Nefertari, and the goddess Hathor. This temple is equally impressive, with its own set of statues and carvings that celebrate the queen's beauty and grace. The walls of both temples are covered in detailed carvings. These carvings are not just decorative, they are a visual record of the beliefs, achievements, and daily life of the ancient Egyptians. These carvings depict scenes from Ramesses II's reign, including his military victories, religious ceremonies, and family life. They provide a glimpse into the world of ancient Egypt, showing us the pharaoh's prowess in battle, his devotion to the gods, and his role as a family man.
The vibrant colors, miraculously preserved for millennia, bring these ancient stories to life. The hues of red, blue, yellow, and green are as vivid today as they were thousands of years ago, allowing us to connect with the past in a way that words alone cannot convey. As we explore these temples, we are not just looking at stone and paint. We are stepping into a world that has been carefully crafted to honor the gods and immortalize the legacy of one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. One of the most remarkable features of Abu Simbel is its astronomical alignment. Twice a year, on February 22nd and October 22nd, the rising sun penetrates the Great Temple's inner sanctuary. The sunlight illuminates the statues of Ramesses II and the gods Amun and Ra-Horakhti, bathing them in a golden glow. This phenomenon, a testament to the ancient Egyptians' advanced understanding of astronomy, is believed to have coincided with significant events in Ramesses II's reign, such as his coronation or the start of the harvest season. The story of Abu Simbel is one of survival against all odds. Over the millennia, the temples have withstood the ravages of time, including natural disasters such as sandstorms and earthquakes. Yet they have remained remarkably well preserved, a testament to the skill and dedication of the ancient builders. From its creation by a powerful pharaoh to its rediscovery by intrepid explorers and its ultimate relocation to escape the rising waters, the history of Abu Simbel is a tale of human ingenuity and perseverance. The temples are a source of inspiration, reminding us of the incredible achievements of the past and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. It serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt and the importance of preserving our shared cultural heritage for generations to come. The ongoing preservation efforts at Abu Simbel ensure that this remarkable site will continue to inspire and educate people for many years to come. As we look to the future, we must remain committed to protecting and celebrating the rich history and cultural achievements of our ancestors. Death in ancient Egypt was not an end, but a transition, a pause before embarking on a perpetual journey to the afterlife. This belief fueled the practice of mummification, a complex and sacred ritual designed to preserve the physical body for the soul's eternal existence. The Egyptians believed that the soul, or ka, needed a physical form to inhabit in the afterlife. Mummification, therefore, was not merely about preserving the deceased, but about ensuring their successful transition and journey in the next world. This meticulous process transformed the deceased into an eternal being, ready to face the challenges and rewards of the afterlife. Imagine the hustle and bustle of ancient Egypt. The hot desert sun beats down on the land. The Nile River flows serenely, its banks teeming with life. Amidst this vibrant backdrop, a death has occurred, casting a somber shadow over the community. Yet there is no despair, only a quiet acceptance of the next stage of existence. For the Egyptians, death was simply a transition, a doorway to another realm. And to navigate this passage successfully, one needed the proper preparation, mummification. The Egyptians were deeply spiritual people. Their lives revolved around the cycles of nature and the promise of life after death. Central to this belief was the concept of the ka, the spiritual essence or soul of an individual. This ka played a vital role in the afterlife. It was believed to journey to the underworld, face judgment, and ultimately, if deemed worthy, achieve eternal life. But for the ka to survive, it needed a vessel, a physical form to return to. Hence, the elaborate and highly ritualized process of mummification evolved. This intricate procedure, shrouded in mystery and steeped in symbolism, was not merely about preserving the body from decay. It was about preparing the deceased for an eternal voyage, ensuring that they had everything they needed to navigate the trials and tribulations of the underworld and emerge triumphant in the afterlife. The intricacies of mummification varied greatly depending on social status and wealth. Elaborate procedures reserved for the elite, like pharaohs and high-ranking officials, involved meticulous organ removal and preservation, using expensive resins and perfumes. Commoners, however, received a more simplified version, often involving less intricate organ treatment and simpler wrappings. Interestingly, even animals held a place in the afterlife. Beloved pets and animals deemed sacred, like cats, were often mummified, their treatment reflecting the reverence they held in Egyptian society. Imagine the bustling workshops of the embalmers, the air thick with the scent of exotic spices and resins. Here, amidst glistening tools and linen bandages, the bodies of the deceased were received with utmost care and reverence. Yet, not all were treated equally. Ancient Egyptian society, much like our own, was stratified, with social standing playing a significant role in life and death. The pharaohs, considered divine rulers, received the most elaborate and costly mummification. Their bodies were meticulously prepared, organs carefully removed and placed in special containers called canopic jars, and the body cavities cleansed and filled with precious resins and perfumes. The process could take up to 70 days to complete, a testament to the importance placed on ensuring the pharaoh's successful transition to the afterlife. High-ranking officials and nobles also received elaborate mummifications, though not as opulent as the pharaohs. Their wealth and status afforded them the luxury of skilled embalmers and finer materials. Commoners, on the other hand, received a more simplified version. While their bodies were still treated with respect and care, the process was less intricate, and the materials used were more readily available. Sometimes a single treatment was applied to multiple mummies to reduce costs. The mummification process, a closely guarded secret of the embalmers, was a marvel of ancient science and ritual. It began with the purification of the body. The deceased was washed with water from the sacred Nile River, a symbolic act cleansing the body and spirit for the journey ahead. Next, the internal organs, believed to be susceptible to decay, were removed. This delicate procedure, performed with specialized tools, involved extracting the lungs, liver, stomach, and intestines. Only the heart, the seat of intelligence and emotion was left intact, for it would be needed in the afterlife during the weighing of the heart ceremony. The removal of the organs marked a critical stage in the mummification process. It was not a haphazard or purely practical procedure, but a deeply symbolic act. The Egyptians believed that the body needed to be as intact as possible for the afterlife, but they also recognized the problem of decomposition. Thus, they developed a system where the organs, most prone to decay, were removed and preserved separately, ensuring that a vital part of the individual remained intact for their journey to the afterlife. Once removed, the organs were thoroughly cleansed and treated with natron, a naturally occurring salt mixture found in the desert which acted as a desiccant, drawing out moisture and preventing decay. This process was crucial, as it ensured the long-term preservation of the organs. After drying, the organs were wrapped in linen and placed in special containers known as canopic jars, which were then placed within the tomb alongside the mummy. Section 4. Safeguarding the Essence. Canopic Jars and the Four Sons of Horus. The canopic jars were more than just containers. They were intricate works of art imbued with religious significance. Each jar was adorned with the head of a deity, each representing one of the four sons of Horus, the falcon-headed god of kingship. These sons, Imseti, Hapi, Duamutef, and Kebesenuef, were tasked with protecting specific organs. Imseti, with a human head, guarded the liver. Hapi, with the head of a baboon, protected the lungs. Duamutef, characterized by the head of a jackal, watched over the stomach, and Kebesenuef, with the head of a falcon, safeguarded the intestines. The placement of the organs within these specific jars, each protected by a son of Horus, highlights the Egyptians' belief in the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual realms. Every step of the mummification process was imbued with symbolism, each action carefully orchestrated to ensure the deceased's well-being in the afterlife. The sons of Horus, through their protective roles, served as intermediaries between the world of the living and the dead, guiding and safeguarding the deceased's organs on their journey to eternity. These beautifully crafted jars, often made of alabaster or limestone, were more than just containers. They were seen as miniature sarcophagi, protecting vital parts of the deceased for eternity. Their presence within the tomb underscored the belief that the body in its entirety played a crucial role in the afterlife. The care and artistry lavished upon these jars are a testament to the Egyptians' deep respect for the dead and their commitment to ensuring a smooth transition to the afterlife. The power of natron, drying for eternity. With the organs removed and placed in their respective canopic jars, the next stage of the mummification process focused on dehydrating the body. This was crucial to prevent decomposition. The Egyptians used natron, a naturally occurring salt mixture found in abundance in the desert for this purpose. The body, covered in natron packs, was laid on a slanted table, allowing fluids to drain away. Natron, a desiccant, played a vital role in mummification. It acted like a sponge, drawing out all the moisture from the body, effectively halting the process of decomposition. This natural salt, readily available in the Egyptian desert, became synonymous with preservation, its use extending beyond mummification to preserving food and other perishable goods. For about 40 days, the body remained immersed in this natron bath, slowly drying and becoming resistant to decay. The embalmers, skilled in their craft, regularly checked the progress, ensuring the body was dehydrating properly. This period of drying was crucial, as it transformed the body from a perishable vessel into a lasting symbol of eternal life. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more fascinating historical explorations. Ancient Egypt, a land of majestic pyramids and colossal temples, a civilization shrouded in mystery and wonder. For centuries, the secrets of the ancient Egyptians lay dormant, locked away in their intricate scripts. Like whispers from the past, these scripts tantalized explorers and scholars alike. They held the key to understanding a civilization that had vanished millennia ago. The sands of time had buried the stories, beliefs, and knowledge of the ancient Egyptians, but the discovery of these scripts sparked a quest for knowledge. It was a quest to decipher the symbols and unlock the secrets of this ancient world. The journey promised to be both challenging and rewarding. The allure of ancient Egypt lies not only in its monumental architecture, it also lies in the intricate system of writing that adorned its walls. These inscriptions, a complex tapestry of symbols and figures, were not mere decorations. They were a sophisticated system of communication, a system that evolved over centuries, reflecting the changing needs of the Egyptian civilization. The study of ancient Egyptian scripts has illuminated our understanding of this remarkable civilization. It has brought us closer to the lives of the pharaohs, priests, and ordinary people who lived along the banks of the Nile. Their stories, once lost to time, are now being pieced together. At the heart of ancient Egyptian writing lay three principal scripts: hieroglyphs, hieratic and demotic. Each script served a distinct purpose, reflecting the diverse needs of Egyptian society. Understanding these scripts is crucial to unlocking the mysteries of ancient Egyptian civilization. Hieroglyphs, meaning sacred carvings, were the most formal and elaborate script. These intricate symbols, often resembling animals, plants, or everyday objects, represented words, sounds, or concepts. Hieroglyphs adorned the walls of temples and tombs. They served as a visual testament to the power of the pharaohs and the glory of the gods. For everyday use, the Egyptians developed a cursive script known as hieratic. Hieratic, meaning priestly, was a simplified and more fluid form of hieroglyphs. It was used by scribes for administrative documents, letters, and literary texts. Hieratic played a vital role in the day-to-day functioning of the Egyptian state. As time progressed, a new script emerged called demotic. Demotic, meaning popular, was even more cursive and abstract than hieratic. It became the dominant script during the late period of ancient Egypt. Demotic appeared on contracts, legal documents, and even on pieces of pottery. It offered a glimpse into the lives of ordinary Egyptians. The act of writing in ancient Egypt was a sacred and skilled craft. Scribes, highly respected members of society, were entrusted with the task of preserving knowledge and recording history. They approached their work with meticulous care, using a variety of materials and tools. Papyrus, a paper-like material made from the papyrus plant, was the primary writing surface. The Egyptians developed a complex process for harvesting, processing, and assembling papyrus sheets into scrolls. These scrolls could be of varying lengths. Some were short, others stretched for meters, containing vast amounts of information. The scribe's toolkit consisted of a palette, 2 reed brushes, and a pot of water. The palette, usually made of wood or stone, held 2 depressions for black and red ink. Black ink, made from soot or charcoal mixed with gum, was used for the main body of the text. Red ink, derived from ochre or red lead, was used for headings, highlights, and special symbols. Writing on papyrus required a steady hand and a keen eye for detail. Scribes used the 2 reed brushes with varying thicknesses to create different stroke widths. The brushes were dipped in water and then into the ink, carefully controlling the flow of ink onto the papyrus. For centuries, the secrets of ancient Egyptian scripts remained hidden. Scholars could only marvel at the beauty of the hieroglyphs without understanding their meaning. Then in 1799, a discovery revolutionized the study of ancient Egypt: the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone, a large slab of black granite, was unearthed by French soldiers in the Egyptian port city of Rosetta. It contained the same text inscribed in 3 different scripts: hieroglyphs, demotic, and ancient Greek. This trilingual inscription proved to be the key to deciphering the ancient Egyptian language. The discovery of the Rosetta Stone ignited a wave of excitement among scholars worldwide. Here, at last, was a tool that could unlock the secrets of the hieroglyphs. The ancient Greek inscription, a language well known to scholars, provided a translation of the Egyptian texts. The process of deciphering the hieroglyphs was long and arduous. Scholars painstakingly compared the three scripts, looking for patterns and correspondences. They realized that certain hieroglyphs enclosed in ovals, known as cartouches, represented the names of pharaohs. This breakthrough paved the way for further discoveries. The Egyptian language, like all languages, was not static. It evolved over millennia, adapting to changing social and cultural influences. Understanding this linguistic evolution is crucial to grasping the nuances of ancient Egyptian texts. The earliest known stage of the Egyptian language is Old Egyptian, spoken from the early dynastic period to the end of the Old Kingdom. Old Egyptian laid the foundation for later stages of the language. It is characterized by its complex grammar and distinctive vocabulary. As time progressed, Old Egyptian gave way to Middle Egyptian, spoken during the Middle Kingdom and Second Intermediate period. Middle Egyptian exhibited some grammatical simplifications compared to its predecessor. It became the language of classical literature and religious texts. During the New Kingdom, Late Egyptian emerged as the dominant language. Late Egyptian witnessed further grammatical changes and saw the introduction of new words. It was the language of administration, diplomacy, and everyday life. The final stage of the Egyptian language was Coptic, which emerged in the Roman period. Coptic, written using the Greek alphabet, incorporated elements of Greek vocabulary. It was primarily used by the Coptic Christian community and eventually faded out as Arabic became the dominant language of Egypt. In the hierarchy of ancient Egyptian society, scribes held a position of great respect and influence. They were the guardians of knowledge, responsible for preserving and transmitting information across generations. Their skills were essential to the functioning of the Egyptian state. Becoming a scribe was a long and arduous process. Boys from elite families began their training at a young age. They spent years memorizing hieroglyphs, mastering grammar and learning the intricacies of Egyptian literature. Scribal schools were demanding environments. Discipline was strict. Students who excelled were rewarded with prestigious positions in the royal court or temples. The role of scribes extended far beyond simply writing. They served as administrators, accountants, priests, and even architects. Their knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering was crucial for building temples, surveying land, and managing complex irrigation systems. Scribes were not merely copyists. They were also creative thinkers and storytellers. They composed hymns to the gods, love poems, and tales of adventure. Their works provide invaluable insights into the beliefs, values, and daily lives of the ancient Egyptians. The legacy of ancient Egyptian scripts is profound and enduring. The deciphering of hieroglyphs and the study of the Egyptian language have revolutionized our understanding of this ancient civilization. We can now read the words of pharaohs, explore the beliefs of priests, and delve into the lives of ordinary people. The inscriptions on temple walls and tomb paintings are no longer silent witnesses to a bygone era. They speak to us across millennia, revealing the hopes, dreams, and fears of a civilization that flourished along the banks of the Nile. We can now appreciate the artistry of their writing, the complexity of their language, and the depth of their knowledge. The study of ancient Egyptian scripts is an ongoing endeavor. New discoveries are constantly being made, shedding further light on this fascinating civilization. Each inscription deciphered, each text translated, brings us one step closer to unraveling the mysteries of ancient Egypt. Did you know that Alexandria, once considered the pinnacle of learning and culture, was founded by a man who never lived to see its completion. In the year 331 before the Common Era, Alexander the Great, the ambitious Macedonian king, laid the foundations of what would become one of the greatest cities of the ancient world. And yet the city's early days remain shrouded in mystery. What grand vision did Alexander hold for this city? It was to be more than a mere military outpost to control Egypt. He envisioned a city that would become a melting pot of cultures, a place where the wisdom of the East would blend with the knowledge of the West. Sadly, he would not live to see his dream fulfilled. He died in Babylon, far from the city that bore his name. The city, named after its founder, would soon flourish into a beacon of knowledge and culture, outliving the man who envisioned it. Imagine a city so advanced, it housed the world's largest library and became the epicenter of knowledge and learning. This was Alexandria, the beacon of enlightenment in ancient Egypt, and indeed the world. It was here that the Great Library of Alexandria was established, a marvel not just in architecture but also in its purpose. This wasn't merely a repository of scrolls, but a vibrant hub that attracted the brightest minds from every corner of the known world. Scholars, philosophers, scientists, poets, they all flocked to Alexandria, drawn by the allure of the library and the promise of boundless knowledge. The library was not just about books. It was a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and intellectual discourse. It was here that the world's greatest thinkers of the time, such as Euclid and Archimedes, gathered to share, discuss, and challenge each other's ideas, sparking intellectual revolutions that would shape the course of human thought. The library was not merely a place of learning, but also of cultural exchange. With countless scrolls written in different languages, representing different cultures, it served as a bridge, connecting East and West, North and South. It was this convergence of diverse cultures and ideas that made the Library of Alexandria a true seat of learning. But, as is the case with many great things, the Library of Alexandria was not destined to last. Despite its immeasurable contribution to human knowledge and understanding, it was tragically lost to the sands of time. Fires, wars, neglect, the exact cause of its demise is still a mystery, but what's certain is that the loss was colossal, a void that could never be filled. Yet the legacy of the Library of Alexandria lives on. It reminds us of a time when Alexandria was more than just a city. It was the epicenter of learning, the meeting point of cultures, the beacon of enlightenment. The Library of Alexandria, a testament to the city's commitment to knowledge and learning, was tragically lost to the sands of time. Ever wondered where the concept of a lighthouse originated from? It was birthed from the ingenious minds of the ancient Egyptians, specifically in the city of Alexandria. This city was home to the Lighthouse of Alexandria, a marvel of human achievement and one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Constructed in the 3rd century BC, this towering structure stood at an astounding height of 350 feet, a beacon of hope and guidance for mariners navigating the treacherous Mediterranean Sea. The lighthouse was more than just a feat of engineering. It was a symbol of the city's significance. Crafted from large blocks of light-colored stone, the 3-tiered lighthouse was an unmistakable landmark. Its lowest level was a square-shaped base, the middle was octagonal, and the top was a circular level, crowned with a statue that reached for the heavens. At night, a fire was lit at the apex, its light magnified by mirrors to reach far into the sea. The Lighthouse of Alexandria served a dual purpose. While its primary function was to guide ships, it also symbolized the city's role as a beacon of knowledge and enlightenment. Alexandria was a center of learning, a place where scholars from around the world gathered to exchange ideas and make groundbreaking discoveries. The lighthouse, much like the city itself, served as a beacon of light guiding the world towards knowledge and discovery. All great things, they say, must come to an end, but sometimes they leave behind echoes that reverberate through time. And so it was with Alexandria. The decline of this great city was a slow and gradual process, its grandeur fading under the weight of time and changing hands of power. When Rome took over Egypt around the 1st century BC, Alexandria's star began to wane. The Romans, with their own bustling capital and cultural centers, didn't prioritize Alexandria's upkeep. and the city's importance as a hub of learning and culture began to diminish. The Great Library, once the jewel of the city, was not spared. Through a series of unfortunate events, including fires and neglect, much of its vast collection of knowledge was lost. The lighthouse, one of the ancient world's seven wonders, crumbled into the sea after a series of earthquakes. The city that had once been a beacon of enlightenment was losing its light. Yet even as Alexandria's ancient wonders disappeared, they were not forgotten. As centuries turned into millennia, the city's past was buried, not just in the annals of history, but also under layers of earth and sea. It lay there waiting to be rediscovered, to tell its story once more, and rediscover we did. Modern archaeology has unearthed many of Alexandria's secrets. Divers exploring the city's ancient harbour found remnants of the lighthouse. Excavations have revealed the layout of the city, the grandeur of its architecture, and given us a glimpse into the lives of its inhabitants. Through these findings we can piece together the city's past and marvel at its grandeur. These discoveries remind us that Alexandria was not just a city, but a symbol of human curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. Even in its decline and disappearance, it continues to inspire us, offering a window into a world that once was and could be again. The once thriving city of Alexandria may have faded into history, but its legacy lives on, reminding us of a time when it stood at the forefront of knowledge and culture. The city of Alexandria, a beacon of the ancient world, may no longer exist as it once did, but its influence echoes through the ages. Conceived by Alexander the Great, it embraced the spirit of enlightenment with the establishment of its famed library. Its majestic lighthouse, an architectural marvel, guided many, while its decline and rediscovery remind us of the ebb and flow of civilizations. In the annals of history, Alexandria stands as a testament to the human thirst for knowledge, culture, and progress. A city that truly was a light in the darkness. The Nile, a life-giving river, snakes through the arid landscapes of North Africa. Along its banks, an extraordinary civilization blossomed thousands of years ago, ancient Egypt. This land, shrouded in mystery and legend, continues to captivate our imagination. From the towering pyramids of Giza to the enigmatic Sphinx, the remnants of ancient Egypt whisper tales of pharaohs, gods, and a civilization that thrived for millennia. These monumental structures are not mere relics of a bygone era. They stand as testaments to human ingenuity, ambition, and a deep connection with the cosmos. The ancient Egyptians believed in the eternal cycle of life and death, reflected in their elaborate burial rituals and the grandeur of their tombs. Join me now as we embark on a journey through time, exploring the rise and fall of this extraordinary civilization. Our adventure takes us from the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt to the era of powerful pharaohs who commanded vast armies and immense wealth. We'll delve into the lives of ordinary Egyptians, their beliefs, their innovations, and their enduring legacy that continues to shape our world today. Prepare to be amazed by the splendors of ancient Egypt, a land of enduring fascination and unparalleled historical significance. Before the grandeur of the pyramids and the might of the pharaohs, Egypt existed as two separate entities, Upper and Lower Egypt. These regions were distinct in their cultures, traditions, and even their gods. The fertile lands of the Nile Valley were divided, each region with its own ruler and deities. The people of Upper Egypt worshipped gods like Seth, while those in Lower Egypt revered gods such as Wadjet. This division, however, would not last forever. The desire for unity and strength was ever present, and the two regions were destined to come together. Around 3100 BC, a powerful king emerged from Upper Egypt. His name was Narmer. He was a visionary leader who saw the potential of a united Egypt. Narmer's victory over Lower Egypt marked a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. His triumph was not just a military conquest, but a symbolic act of unification. This unification under one ruler paved the way for the emergence of a unified Egyptian identity and the establishment of the dynastic rule that would characterize ancient Egypt. The merging of the two lands brought about a new era of prosperity and cultural development. Narmer's legacy is not only political, it is also artistic. His reign marked the beginning of a flourishing period for Egyptian art and culture. The Narmer palette, a ceremonial artifact discovered in the ancient city of Hierakonpolis, depicts Narmer wearing the crowns of both Upper and Lower Egypt, symbolizing his dominion over the two lands. This artifact is a testament to his power and the significance of his rule. This artifact provides us with a glimpse into the early stages of Egyptian art and the significance of royal iconography. The intricate carvings and symbols on the palette tell a story of power, divinity, and the unification of a great civilization. With the unification complete, a new era dawned upon the land of the Nile. The once divided regions now work together, sharing resources and knowledge, leading to advancements in various fields. The first dynasty was established, marking the beginning of a remarkable journey that would span thousands of years. This period saw the consolidation of power and the establishment of traditions that would endure for millennia. The unification of Egypt laid the foundation for the flourishing civilization that would leave an indelible mark on human history. The achievements of ancient Egypt in architecture, art, and governance continue to inspire and awe the world to this day. The Old Kingdom, spanning from around 2686 to 2181 BC, is often regarded as the golden age of ancient Egypt. This era laid the foundation for the grandeur and mystique that we associate with ancient Egyptian civilization today. This period witnessed the flourishing of Egyptian culture, marked by impressive advancements in art, architecture, and governance. The pharaohs of the Old Kingdom were not just rulers, they were seen as gods on earth, and their divine status was reflected in the monumental projects they commissioned. It was during this era that the iconic pyramids enduring symbols of ancient Egypt were constructed. These structures were not merely tombs, but were also a testament to the pharaohs' power and their connection to the divine. These colossal structures, built as tombs for the pharaohs, showcase the architectural prowess and the sophisticated engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians. The precision with which these massive stones were cut and placed continues to baffle modern engineers and historians. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built by the pharaoh Khufu, is the most impressive of them all. Standing at an original height of 146.6 meters, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world. Its sheer scale and precision continue to astonish us today. The alignment of the pyramid, with the cardinal points, and its near-perfect symmetry are feats of engineering that still inspire awe. The construction of these monumental tombs was not only a testament to the pharaoh's power, but also a reflection of the Egyptians' belief in the afterlife. The pyramids were seen as a means to ensure the pharaoh's safe journey to the afterlife, where they would continue to rule as gods. The pyramids were designed to ensure the safe passage of the pharaoh's soul into the afterlife, equipped with everything they would need for eternity. This included not only treasures and food, but also intricate spells and texts inscribed on the walls to guide them through the afterlife. The Old Kingdom wasn't just about pyramids, however. It was a period of remarkable cultural and intellectual achievements that laid the groundwork for future generations. This period saw the development of hieroglyphic writing, a complex system that combined logographic, syllabic, and alphabetic elements. This writing system was used for religious texts, official inscriptions, and monumental art, playing a crucial role in the administration and culture of ancient Egypt. The Egyptians also made significant strides in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Their understanding of the stars and the human body was advanced for their time, and many of their practices laid the foundation for future scientific discoveries. The Old Kingdom was a time of unprecedented prosperity and stability, but like all empires, its time in the sun would eventually come to an end. The Nile River, which had been the lifeblood of the civilization, also played a role in its decline. Internal strife, coupled with a weakening central authority, would usher in a period of instability known as the First Intermediate Period. This era of chaos and fragmentation marked the end of the Old Kingdom, but the legacy of its achievements would endure for millennia. The first intermediate period, spanning roughly from 2181 to 2055 BC, marked a significant departure from the opulence and stability of the Old Kingdom. This era was characterized by political fragmentation, social unrest, and economic decline. The once powerful centralized government of the pharaohs weakened, allowing provincial governors known as nomarchs to assert their independence. The first intermediate period was a time of uncertainty and upheaval. The Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, experienced irregular flooding patterns, leading to famines and social unrest. The weakening central authority resulted in increased competition for resources and power struggles between rival nomarchs. Despite the challenges, this period wasn't devoid of cultural and artistic innovation. The nomarchs, eager to assert their authority and legitimacy, commissioned elaborate tombs and temples in their respective regions. This competition led to a flourishing of regional artistic styles and a departure from the rigid artistic canons of the Old Kingdom. The first intermediate period, often viewed as a dark age in Egyptian history, was a time of significant transformation. It marked the end of the Old Kingdom's centralized rule and paved the way for the emergence of a new dynasty that would reunite Egypt and usher in another era of prosperity and power. Around 2055 BC, a new dynasty emerged from Thebes, a powerful city-state in Upper Egypt. This marked the beginning of a transformative era in Egyptian history. Mentuhotep II, a visionary leader, succeeded in reuniting Upper and Lower Egypt, bringing an end to the political fragmentation that had plagued the country for nearly a century. His leadership was instrumental in restoring the nation's unity. This reunification marked the beginning of the Middle Kingdom, a period characterized by renewed stability, expansion, and a flourishing of arts and culture. The Middle Kingdom is often considered a Renaissance period in ancient Egyptian history. Mentuhotep II's reign marked a return to strong central authority. He was not just a ruler, but a reformer who laid the foundation for future prosperity. He embarked on ambitious building projects, revitalized trade routes, and restored order throughout the land. These projects included the construction of temples, fortresses, and irrigation systems that boosted agricultural productivity. The Middle Kingdom pharaohs, learning from the mistakes of their predecessors, implemented administrative reforms to strengthen the central government and prevent future fragmentation. These reforms included the establishment of a more efficient bureaucracy and the appointment of loyal officials to key positions. The Middle Kingdom was not only a time of internal consolidation, it was also an era of expansion. Egyptian armies pushed the boundaries of the kingdom further than ever before. Egyptian influence reached southward into Nubia, a region rich in gold and other valuable resources. This expansion brought immense wealth and resources to Egypt, further solidifying its power. Trade flourished, bringing wealth and exotic goods from distant lands. Merchants traveled far and wide, establishing trade networks that connected Egypt with other great civilizations of the time. The Middle Kingdom, with its focus on stability, expansion, and administrative efficiency, laid the groundwork for the emergence of the New Kingdom, a period that would witness Egypt's transformation into a mighty empire. The achievements of the Middle Kingdom set the stage for future greatness. The pharaohs of the Middle Kingdom, through their shrewd leadership and ambitious endeavors, ensured that Egypt would rise again to reclaim its place as a dominant force in the ancient world. Their legacy is a testament to the enduring strength and resilience of the Egyptian civilization. Cleopatra VII was born in 69 BC, the daughter of Ptolemy XIV Auletes, the pharaoh of Egypt. Her family, the Ptolemies, were of Macedonian Greek origin, descendants of one of Alexander the Great's generals. Despite their heritage, the Ptolemies embraced Egyptian culture. and Cleopatra, unlike many of her predecessors, learned the Egyptian language and customs. Cleopatra ascended to the throne in 51 BC at the age of 18, ruling jointly with her younger brother Ptolemy XIII. However, the young queen's reign began amidst political turmoil. Egypt was a wealthy prize, coveted by Rome, the rising power in the Mediterranean. Cleopatra's early years on the throne were marked by power struggles with her brother and his advisors. The young queen, however, possessed a sharp intellect and a keen understanding of politics. She was determined to secure her position and restore Egypt to its former glory. The joint rule of Cleopatra and Ptolemy XIII was fraught with tension. The young pharaoh's advisors, particularly the eunuch Pothinus and the general Achillas, sought to sideline Cleopatra and consolidate their own power. In 48 BC, they succeeded in forcing Cleopatra from Alexandria, the capital of Egypt. Exiled and facing the loss of her throne, Cleopatra refused to accept defeat. She gathered an army in southern Egypt, determined to reclaim her birthright. Meanwhile, a new player entered the Egyptian stage. Julius Caesar, the powerful Roman general, arrived in Alexandria, pursuing his rival Pompey the Great. Cleopatra saw an opportunity in Caesar's arrival. She famously smuggled herself into Alexandria, reportedly hidden in a rug, to plead her case directly to the Roman general. Caesar, impressed by her intelligence and charisma, agreed to support her claim to the throne. Caesar's intervention in Egyptian affairs led to a brief but fierce conflict known as the Alexandrian War. Caesar, with Cleopatra's forces, faced the army of Ptolemy XIII. The war culminated in a decisive battle on the Nile River, where Ptolemy's forces were routed, and the young pharaoh himself drowned while trying to escape. With her enemies vanquished, Cleopatra was restored to the throne, now ruling jointly with her even younger brother, Ptolemy XIV. However, it was clear that Cleopatra was the true power in Egypt, her position secured by the presence of Caesar and his legions. Caesar remained in Egypt for several months, captivated by Cleopatra's intelligence and charm. Their relationship, both political and personal, would have profound consequences for both Egypt and Rome. In 47 BC, Cleopatra gave birth to a son, Ptolemy Caesar, known to history as Caesarion, widely believed to be Caesar's son. Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar was multifaceted. It was a strategic alliance, securing her position on the throne and providing her with the backing of the most powerful man in the Roman world. Caesar, in turn, benefited from Egypt's wealth and resources, crucial for his ongoing campaigns. Beyond politics, however, their relationship was also one of mutual attraction and intellectual companionship. Cleopatra, fluent in several languages and well-versed in philosophy and the arts, was a captivating conversationalist. Caesar, for his part, was drawn to her intelligence, ambition, and regal bearing. Their affair caused a scandal in Rome, where Caesar's enemies seized upon it as evidence of his growing ambition and disregard for Roman tradition. Cleopatra, however, remained unfazed by Roman gossip. She accompanied Caesar to Rome in 46 BC, where she was received with a mixture of curiosity and disapproval. Section 5. The Queen and the General, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. After Caesar's assassination in 44 BC, Cleopatra returned to Egypt. The Roman Republic was plunged into civil war, and Cleopatra carefully watched the unfolding events. She knew that Egypt's fate was closely tied to the outcome of the Roman power struggle. One of the key figures in the post-Caesar Roman world was Mark Antony, Caesar's close friend and loyal general. In 41 BC, Antony summoned Cleopatra to Tarsus in modern-day Turkey to answer for her alleged support of his enemies. Cleopatra, ever the strategist, saw this as an opportunity to forge a new alliance with a powerful Roman leader. She arrived in Tarsus in grand style, sailing up the Cydnus River on a lavishly decorated barge dressed as the goddess Aphrodite. Antony, known for his love of luxury and spectacle, was completely captivated. Section 6. The Eastern Dream, Cleopatra and Antony's ambitions. Cleopatra and Antony's relationship quickly blossomed into both a passionate love affair and a strategic alliance. They shared a vision of a powerful Eastern empire with Egypt at its heart, challenging the dominance of Rome. Cleopatra provided Antony with financial and military support, crucial for his campaigns against Caesar's assassins and his rivals for power in Rome. Their alliance, however, was viewed with suspicion and hostility in Rome. Antony's enemies portrayed Cleopatra as a manipulative seductress, bent on ensnaring him and using him to further her own ambitions. Antony's public pronouncements, including his decision to bestow upon Cleopatra and their children territories in the east, further fueled these suspicions. Despite the growing opposition in Rome, Cleopatra and Antony continued to consolidate their power in the east. Cleopatra bore Antony 3 children twins, Alexander Helios and Cleopatra Selina, and another son, Ptolemy Philadelphus. While Cleopatra and Antony were building their power base in the east, a new threat was emerging in Rome. Octavian, Caesar's great-nephew and adopted heir, was steadily consolidating his own power. Octavian, a shrewd politician and a ruthless strategist, skillfully exploited Roman anxieties about Antony's relationship with Cleopatra and his perceived Easternization. He presented himself as the defender of Roman tradition and virtue, portraying Antony as a traitor, bewitched by a foreign queen. The conflict between Antony and Octavian escalated into open warfare in 32 BC. Octavian declared war on Cleopatra, skillfully framing the conflict as a war against a foreign enemy rather than a civil war against a fellow Roman. The decisive clash between the forces of Cleopatra and Antony and those of Octavian took place in 31 BC at the Battle of Actium, off the western coast of Greece. The battle was a naval engagement, and despite having a larger fleet, Cleopatra and Antony were decisively defeated. The reasons for their defeat were complex. Antony's forces were plagued by desertions, and his battle plans were hampered by indecision and delays. Cleopatra's fleet, while powerful, was ultimately outmaneuvered by Octavian's admiral, Agrippa. The defeat at Actium was a disaster for Cleopatra and Antony. They managed to escape to Egypt, but their forces were shattered, and their dreams of an Eastern empire lay in ruins. Octavian, triumphant, prepared to deliver the final blow. In 30 BC, Octavian's forces invaded Egypt, meeting little resistance. Antony, facing defeat and despair, committed suicide. Cleopatra, unwilling to be paraded through the streets of Rome as a captive in Octavian's triumph, also chose to end her own life. The exact circumstances of Cleopatra's death are shrouded in mystery and legend. The most famous account claims that she died from a venomous snakebite, allowing an asp to bite her. Other accounts suggest she may have used a poisoned hairpin or other means. Regardless of the method, Cleopatra's death on August 12, 30 BC, marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty and the absorption of Egypt into the Roman Empire. Octavian, now the undisputed master of the Roman world, had achieved his goal, but at a high cost. Cleopatra, in death, had denied him the ultimate victory of capturing her alive. Her legend, however, would live on, ensuring her place in history as one of the most captivating and controversial figures of the ancient world. Cleopatra's story has captivated imaginations for centuries. She has been the subject of countless works of art, literature and film, her image transformed and reinterpreted through the lens of different cultures and historical periods. Was she a ruthless seductress who used her charms to manipulate powerful men, or a shrewd and capable ruler who fought to preserve her kingdom in a time of turmoil? The truth, as is often the case with historical figures, likely lies somewhere in between these extremes. Cleopatra's legacy is complex and multifaceted. She was the last pharaoh of Egypt, a queen who navigated the treacherous waters of Roman politics with intelligence and determination. She was a lover, a mother, and a ruler who left an indelible mark on history. Her story, a blend of political intrigue, passionate romance, and ultimate tragedy, continues to fascinate and inspire, ensuring that Cleopatra's legend will endure for generations to come. France in the late 18th century was a nation ablaze with revolution and ambition. The streets of Paris echoed with the cries of liberty, equality and fraternity as the old order was dismantled and a new era began to take shape. The French Revolution had reshaped the political landscape, toppling monarchies and challenging the very foundations of European society. It was a time of great upheaval and even greater possibilities. Amidst this chaos, a young general named Napoleon Bonaparte was rising to prominence. His military prowess and strategic genius were quickly becoming the stuff of legend. His eyes were set on glory, and his gaze fell upon the ancient land of Egypt. To him, Egypt was not just a distant land, but a gateway to immortality.
Egypt, once a cradle of civilization, is now a strategic prize. Its location at the crossroads of Africa and Asia made it a key to controlling trade routes and exerting influence over the region. It holds the promise of disrupting British trade routes to India and expanding French influence. Control over Egypt could shift the balance of power in Europe.
Napoleon, however, saw beyond the geopolitical chessboard. He was not just a soldier, he was a visionary. He was captivated by the stories of Egypt's glorious past. The land of the Pharaohs, with its pyramids and ancient mysteries, called to him like a siren song. The Pharaohs, the pyramids, the mysteries of a lost civilization, these ignited a fire in his imagination. He dreamed of uncovering the secrets that had been buried for millennia.
Not just as a conqueror, but as a patron of knowledge, a beacon of enlightenment in a world shrouded in darkness, uncovering the secrets buried beneath the sands. The treasures of Egypt were not just gold and jewels, but the wisdom of an ancient civilization.
In 1798, Napoleon embarked on his Egyptian expedition. It was a bold and audacious move, one that would test his leadership and vision. He carried with him not just the might of the French army, but the hopes and dreams of a nation, but also a contingent of scholars, scientists and artists. This was no ordinary military campaign. It was a quest for knowledge. This was a dual mission, to conquer Egypt and to unravel its ancient mysteries. The expedition was as much about discovery as it was about domination.
The expedition resonates with the spirit of the Enlightenment. It was a time when reason and science were seen as the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the world. Europe is in the throes of intellectual curiosity, eager to rediscover its classical past. The scholars who accompanied Napoleon were driven by a thirst for knowledge, eager to rediscover its classical past. They sought to bring the light of understanding to the dark corners of history. Egypt, with its ancient civilization and enigmatic monuments, holds an irresistible allure. It was a land of wonder and mystery, waiting to be explored.
The expedition was a testament to Napoleon's belief in the power of knowledge, even as he waged war. He saw himself as a bridge between the past and the future, even as he waged war. The battles fought in the sands of Egypt were not just for territory, but for the soul of a civilization. He saw the conquest of Egypt not just as a military objective, but as an opportunity to advance human understanding. It was a chance to rewrite history. Little did he know that his expedition would spark a global fascination with ancient Egypt, igniting a passion that would span centuries, giving birth to the field of Egyptology. Scholars from around the world would flock to Egypt, drawn by the allure of its ancient secrets, and forever changing our understanding of this ancient civilization. The legacy of Napoleon's Egyptian expedition is one of discovery, knowledge, and an unending quest for the truth. Napoleon's armada set sail from Toulon harbour, its destination the shores of Egypt. This ambitious expedition was not just a military endeavour, but a grand vision of conquest and enlightenment. The ships were laden not only with soldiers and weaponry, but also with scientific instruments, books and art supplies. Napoleon envisioned a new era of discovery, where the might of the French military would be complemented by the intellectual prowess of its scholars. The French troops landed in Alexandria in July 1798, quickly overwhelming the city's defences. The initial success was a testament to the meticulous planning and sheer force of Napoleon's army.
Promising to free the Egyptians from Ottoman rule, my words were meant to inspire and win the hearts of the local population, portraying the French as their saviors.
His words, however, rang hollow as the French army advanced southwards, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Villages were razed and the local populace suffered under the harsh realities of war. The Battle of the Pyramids, fought on the outskirts of Cairo, was a testament to French military might. The sight of the ancient pyramids standing witness to the clash of modern armies was both awe-inspiring and tragic. The Mamluk cavalry, though renowned for their prowess, was no match for the disciplined volleys of the French infantry. The battle showcased the superiority of French tactics and the devastating effectiveness of their firepower. Cairo fell into French hands, and with it, control of the Nile Delta. This strategic victory allowed the French to establish a foothold in Egypt, but it also marked the beginning of a prolonged and arduous campaign. But the conquest was far from over. The French faced continuous resistance from local forces and the looming threat of foreign intervention. The British Navy, sensing a threat to their interests in the region, engaged the French fleet at the Battle of the Nile. This confrontation would prove to be a pivotal moment in the campaign. The French, caught unawares in Abu Simbel Bay, suffered a crushing defeat. The loss of their fleet was a devastating blow, isolating Napoleon's forces in a hostile land. This naval disaster effectively stranded Napoleon's army in Egypt, cutting off their supply lines and reinforcements. The French soldiers, now isolated, had to rely on their resourcefulness and resilience to survive. The siege of Acre, however, proved to be a turning point. The Ottoman defenders, backed by British naval support, repelled repeated French assaults. The fortifications of Acre stood strong against the relentless French attacks. Napoleon, facing mounting casualties and news of unrest back in France, was forced to abandon the siege. The dream of a swift and glorious conquest was slipping away. His dreams of conquering the East lay shattered. The once ambitious campaign had turned into a struggle for survival and a race against time. His Egyptian adventure, though ultimately a military failure, had planted the seeds for something far greater, a renaissance in the study of ancient Egypt. The scholars who accompanied the expedition made groundbreaking discoveries, uncovering the mysteries of a civilization long forgotten. Among these discoveries was the Rosetta Stone, a key to unlocking the secrets of Egyptian hieroglyphics. This artifact would become one of the most important tools in the study of ancient languages and cultures. The work of these scholars culminated in the monumental Description de l'Égypte, a comprehensive record of the expedition's findings. This publication would inspire generations of historians, archaeologists, and Egyptologists. Today, the legacy of Napoleon's Egyptian campaign lives on in the continued fascination with ancient Egypt. The treasures uncovered and the knowledge gained have left an indelible mark on our understanding of history. Napoleon's invasion of Egypt, though driven by imperial ambitions, also marked the beginning of a new era of intellectual exploration. This campaign was not just about territorial conquest, it was also about the conquest of knowledge. Alongside his soldiers, Napoleon brought with him a carefully selected group of over 160 scholars, scientists, artists, and engineers. These individuals were not mere observers. They were active participants in a grand experiment to uncover the secrets of an ancient civilization. This group, known as the Commission of the Sciences and Arts of Egypt, was tasked with a unique mission to systematically study and document the ancient civilization they were conquering. Their work would go on to influence generations of historians, archaeologists, and scholars, meticulously recording their observations of ancient monuments, deciphering hieroglyphs, and studying local customs. Their efforts were not limited to grand temples and pyramids. They also documented everyday life, providing a comprehensive picture of Egyptian society. Their work, conducted amidst the chaos of war, laid the foundation for our modern understanding of ancient Egypt. Despite the constant threat of conflict, these scholars remained focused on their mission, driven by a passion for discovery. For the first time, Europe was getting a glimpse of Egypt not through the distorted lens of myth and legend, but through the objective eyes of science. This shift in perspective was revolutionary, challenging long-held beliefs and sparking a new era of Egyptology. These scholars, driven by a thirst for knowledge, braved the scorching desert heat, the threat of disease, and the constant dangers of war. Their resilience and dedication were remarkable as they navigated both the physical and intellectual challenges of their work. Their dedication to their task, even as battles raged around them, stands as a testament to the enduring power of human curiosity. They were not deterred by the chaos around them. Instead, they used it as a backdrop for their groundbreaking research. Ancient Egypt. The name conjures images of towering pyramids, enigmatic pharaohs, and hieroglyphs whispering secrets across millennia. This civilization, nestled along the fertile Nile River, stands as one of the most significant in human history. Its legacy echoes through time, influencing art, architecture, religion, and governance for thousands of years. Emerging around 3000 BC, ancient Egypt blossomed in a period when most of the world was still grappling with rudimentary forms of society. This remarkable civilization, with its sophisticated systems of writing, government, and cosmology, left an indelible mark on the trajectory of human development. From the moment its first dynasty took power to the twilight of its final pharaoh, ancient Egypt was a beacon of innovation and culture. Its story is a tapestry woven from the threads of ambition, faith, and the relentless pursuit of order in a world often defined by chaos. Before the rise of the pharaohs, Egypt was a land divided. The vast and fertile Nile River Valley was home to numerous small communities and tribes, each with its own customs, beliefs, and ways of life. These communities were spread across the length of the Nile, from the delta in the north to the cataracts in the south. Two prominent kingdoms, Upper and Lower Egypt, emerged as dominant forces in this fragmented landscape. Upper Egypt, located in the southern part of the country, was characterized by its narrow strip of fertile land along the Nile, while Lower Egypt, in the north, encompassed the broad and marshy delta region. Each kingdom had its own ruler, known as a king, and distinct cultural practices that reflected their unique environments and ways of life. The unification of these two lands under a single ruler marked a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. This monumental event not only brought an end to the long-standing rivalry between Upper and Lower Egypt, but also ushered in the era of pharaonic rule. The consolidation of power under one ruler laid the foundation for the rise of a powerful and enduring civilization, characterized by remarkable achievements in art, architecture, and governance. Around 3100 BC, a king named Menes, who hailed from Upper Egypt, embarked on a campaign to conquer Lower Egypt. Through a combination of military prowess and strategic alliances, Menes succeeded in uniting the two lands under his rule. This unification was symbolized by the double crown, which combined the white crown of Upper Egypt and the red crown of Lower Egypt, signifying the unity of the two regions. This momentous event marked the beginning of the early dynastic period and the birth of ancient Egypt as we know it. The unification of Upper and Lower Egypt set the stage for the development of a centralized state, with a strong and stable government that could oversee large-scale projects and manage the resources of the entire Nile Valley. While there is some debate among scholars about the exact identity of Menes, with some suggesting that he may have been a composite figure or that his achievements were attributed to multiple rulers, his achievement in unifying Egypt is undeniable. The legacy of Menes, whether as a single individual or a symbolic representation of early Egyptian kingship, remains a cornerstone of Egyptian history. With the establishment of the first dynasty, a new era of centralized rule and political stability dawned upon Egypt. The pharaohs of the first dynasty set the precedent for future rulers, establishing a system of governance that would endure for millennia. This centralized authority allowed for the efficient administration of the kingdom, the collection of taxes, and the organization of labor for monumental building projects. This newfound unity allowed for greater cooperation, resource management, and cultural exchange among the various regions of Egypt. The centralized government facilitated the construction of impressive architectural feats such as the early pyramids and temples, and the development of a sophisticated system of writing and record-keeping. These achievements set the stage for the remarkable accomplishments that would characterize the Old Kingdom period, often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids, when Egypt reached new heights of cultural and technological advancement. The early pharaohs were not merely rulers, they were considered divine beings, intermediaries between the gods and humanity. They were seen as the earthly embodiment of the gods, with a divine right to rule. This belief granted them unparalleled authority and reverence among their subjects. They wielded absolute power, controlling all aspects of Egyptian life, from the construction of monumental tombs and temples to the management of agriculture and trade. The pharaohs oversaw the building of grand structures that would stand the test of time, serving as both tombs and temples to honor the gods and themselves. Their influence extended to the fertile lands along the Nile, where they directed agricultural practices to ensure bountiful harvests, which were crucial for the sustenance of their people and the prosperity of their kingdom. Trade routes were established and maintained under their watchful eyes, bringing in goods and wealth from distant lands. Their reigns were marked by ambitious building projects, military campaigns, and the development of a complex administrative system that would serve as the backbone of Egyptian society for centuries to come. These projects were not just displays of power, but also served practical purposes, such as fortifying the kingdom's defenses and showcasing their divine favor. The military campaigns expanded their territories and brought in resources, while the administrative system ensured that the vast empire was efficiently managed, with a bureaucracy that kept meticulous records and facilitated the smooth running of the state.
One of the most significant figures of this early period was King Djoser, the second pharaoh of the Third Dynasty. His reign marked a period of great innovation and development in ancient Egypt. Djoser is credited with commissioning the construction of the Step Pyramid at Saqqara, the earliest known example of a monumental stone structure in Egypt. This pyramid was a revolutionary architectural feat, setting a precedent for future constructions. It was not just a tomb, but a symbol of the pharaoh's divine power and a testament to the advanced engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians. This innovative pyramid, designed by the architect Imhotep, marked a turning point in Egyptian architecture and funerary practices. Imhotep, who was later deified, introduced the use of stone as a building material, which allowed for more durable and grandiose structures. The Step Pyramid's design influenced the construction of subsequent pyramids and became a model for future generations.
Another prominent ruler of this era was King Sneferu, the founder of the Fourth Dynasty. His reign was characterized by significant architectural and military achievements. Sneferu was a prolific builder, credited with the construction of at least 3 major pyramids. These included the Bent Pyramid and the Red Pyramid, which showcased advancements in engineering and construction techniques. His ambitious building projects not only demonstrated his power, but also laid the groundwork for the construction of the Great Pyramids of Giza by his successors. His reign was also marked by military campaigns into Nubia and Libya, expanding the borders of the Egyptian state and securing valuable resources. These campaigns were crucial for the kingdom's economic stability and growth, as they brought in gold, slaves, and other resources that bolstered the pharaoh's wealth and power. Sneferu's military prowess and strategic acumen ensured that Egypt remained a dominant force in the region, with a legacy that would influence future generations of rulers. The pyramids of Egypt are perhaps the most iconic symbols of this ancient civilization. These monumental structures have fascinated historians, archaeologists, and tourists alike for centuries, standing as silent sentinels of a bygone era. These colossal structures, built as tombs for the pharaohs and their consorts, stand as testaments to the ingenuity, organizational skills, and religious beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. The sheer scale and precision of these pyramids continue to baffle modern engineers and architects, showcasing the advanced understanding of mathematics and astronomy possessed by the ancient builders. The construction of these massive monuments required an immense amount of labor and resources, reflecting the pharaohs' absolute power and their desire to leave an enduring legacy in the sands of time. Thousands of laborers, including skilled artisans, craftsmen and farmers during the off-season, worked tirelessly to ensure the completion of these grand projects. The logistics involved in quarrying, transporting and assembling the massive stone blocks are a testament to the highly organized society of ancient Egypt. The early pyramids were not without their challenges. The process of trial and error played a significant role in the evolution of pyramid construction techniques. Sneferu's first attempt at building a true smooth-sided pyramid, known as the Maidum Pyramid, ended in partial collapse during construction. This failure provided valuable lessons that informed future architectural endeavors. Undeterred, he embarked on the construction of another pyramid, the Bent Pyramid, which, while successfully completed, exhibits a peculiar bent slope, likely due to adjustments made during construction to prevent further instability. This unique structure stands as a testament to the adaptive and innovative spirit of ancient Egyptian architects. Sneferu's final pyramid, the Red Pyramid, was a triumph of engineering and design. This pyramid marked a significant milestone in the evolution of pyramid construction, showcasing a perfected technique that would influence future generations. It was the first successful true pyramid, with smooth sides rising at a consistent angle to a pointed apex. The Red Pyramid's success laid the groundwork for the construction of even more ambitious projects. The Red Pyramid served as a model for the Great Pyramid of Giza, built by Sneferu's son, Khufu, and considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The Great Pyramid, with its precise alignment to the cardinal points and its massive scale, remains one of the most studied and admired structures in human history. It continues to inspire awe and wonder, symbolizing the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt's architectural and cultural achievements. Have you ever pondered about the mysteries shrouded in the sun-kissed sands of ancient Egypt? A land steeped in history, Egypt is an enigma that continues to captivate the world. Its ancient civilization, dating back thousands of years, offers a treasure trove of archaeological wonders and historical significance. The allure of its pyramids, temples and tombs have drawn inquisitive minds from every corner of the globe, each keen to unlock the secrets of the past. We will traverse the land of the pharaohs, discovering the architectural marvels of Giza, the enigmatic Sphinx, the royal tombs in the Valley of the Kings, the Grand Temple of Karnak, and the awe-inspiring Abu Simbel. Not to forget the Egyptian museum that houses a myriad of ancient artifacts. Each place a testament to the ingenuity and sophistication of a civilization that once was. Join us as we embark on a journey through time, exploring the top 10 places in Egypt that every history and archaeology enthusiast must visit. What would a voyage to Egypt be without beholding the grandeur of the pyramids of Giza? More than just colossal gravestones, these pyramids are a profound testament to the ancient Egyptians' architectural genius, their understanding of mathematics, and their deep fascination with the cosmos. Constructed around 4,500 years ago, these structures were designed as eternal resting places for pharaohs, the god-kings of their time. The largest of these, the Great Pyramid, was built for the pharaoh Khufu and comprised of over 2 million stone blocks. These pyramids also served as a celestial map, their precise alignment with the stars of Orion's belt reflecting the ancient Egyptians' belief in the pharaoh's divine ascension to the heavens. Their construction remains a mystery that continues to baffle the brightest minds. With no evidence of advanced tools or machinery, The sheer scale and precision of these structures are a marvel to behold. The pyramids of Giza, standing tall as a testament to ancient Egypt's architectural prowess and understanding of mathematics and astronomy. A stone's throw away from the pyramids, the Great Sphinx guards the Giza Plateau. This colossal statue, carved from a single piece of limestone, is a testament to the grandeur and mystery of ancient Egyptian civilization. The Sphinx, with the body of a lion and the head of a human, stretches over 200 feet in length and stands over 60 feet high. Its origins are shrouded in mystery, sparking debates amongst historians and archaeologists. Some believe it was built by the pharaoh Khafra around 2500 BC, while others suggest it may be far older. Its purpose, too, is a subject of speculation. Was it a celestial marker, a guardian of the sacred Giza Plateau, or a monument to a god? The Sphinx has weathered time and the elements, its features eroded, yet its imposing presence remains. The Sphinx, an enduring enigma, continues to captivate archaeologists and history buffs alike. Now we journey to the Valley of the Kings, the final resting place of Egypt's pharaohs. Tucked away in the heart of the Theban hills, this valley is a sacred cradle of history, a place where the sun sets on the glorious reigns of pharaohs. It was here, in this royal burial ground, that archaeologists unmasked the secrets of ancient Egyptian civilization. The discovery of the valley was a monumental leap for archaeology, a portal into the past that revealed the regal splendor of the New Kingdom era. Within the valley's depths lay a labyrinth of tombs, each a sanctuary for the royal dead. Among them, the tomb of Tutankhamun, the boy king, stands out. Unearthed intact, it unveiled a treasure trove of artifacts, casting light on the life and death of the young pharaoh. The Valley of the Kings, a silent witness to the opulence and power of the pharaohs. Next, we explore the Temple of Karnak, a vast complex of sanctuaries and pylons. This awe-inspiring site was built over 2,000 years, with each pharaoh adding their touch, creating an architectural timeline of ancient Egypt. The temple, dedicated to the Theban triad of Amun, Mut and Khonsu, was more than a place of worship. It was the heart of Egypt's religious life, a vibrant city of priests. The temple's construction reflects the grandeur of the pharaohs who sought to please the gods with their architectural prowess. Every stone, every statue, every obelisk stands as a testament to their devotion. The hypostyle hall, with its towering columns reaching towards the heavens, is a sight to behold, symbolizing the reeds of the primordial mound, where Amun, the king of gods, first appeared. The Temple of Karnak, a magnificent tribute to the gods of ancient Egypt, a place where the divine met the terrestrial, where the gods walked among mortals, and where history was etched in stone. As we journey further south, we are greeted by the colossal statues of Abu Simbel. Carved directly into the mountainside during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses II, this ancient temple is a testament to Egypt's architectural genius. For more than 3,000 years, these gigantic effigies have stood guard, their gazes eternally fixed upon the southern frontier. But the survival of Abu Simbel was threatened in the mid-20th century with the construction of the Aswan High Dam. The rising waters of the Nile threatened to submerge the temple forever. However, an international effort led by UNESCO saved the day. The entire temple complex was painstakingly dismantled and relocated to higher ground. This significant feat of engineering preserved Abu Simbel for future generations to marvel at and learn from. Abu Simbel, a symbol of ancient Egypt's power and grandeur that continues to astonish us to this day. Back in Cairo, the Egyptian Museum houses a treasure trove of artifacts. This grand edifice, brimming with the tales of a bygone era, is a veritable labyrinth of history. Each exhibit, each artifact, is a page from the expansive book of ancient Egypt, inviting us to read, to explore, to understand. Among the myriad of treasures, the museum's collection boasts the riches of Tutankhamun. These priceless artifacts, found in the young pharaoh's tomb, offer a glittering glimpse into the opulence of royal life. The golden death mask, the intricate jewelry, the ornate chariots, each piece tells a story of power, of wealth, of a civilization steeped in mystique. The museum's Royal Mummy Room is another jewel in its crown. Here, ancient kings and queens lie in serene repose, their faces frozen in time, their stories echoing through the millennia. The Egyptian Museum, a gateway to understanding the rich, complex tapestry of ancient Egyptian history. As we come to the end of our journey, one thing is clear. The allure of ancient Egypt is timeless. Traveling through this land, we've seen the enduring majesty of the pyramids of Giza, standing tall as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. We've gazed upon the Great Sphinx, an enigmatic figure that has puzzled scholars for centuries. We've ventured into the Valley of the Kings, where the tombs of Egypt's greatest pharaohs lie in eternal slumber. We've marveled at the grandeur of the Temple of Karnak, a sprawling complex that resonates with the divine. We've admired the colossal statues of Abu Simbel, carved from the living rock to honor the gods and the mighty pharaoh Ramesses II. And finally, we've explored the Egyptian Museum, a treasure trove of artifacts that tell us the stories of a civilization that was centuries ahead of its time. Each of these places holds a piece of the intricate puzzle that is Egypt's ancient history. But remember, this is far from the end. The sands of Egypt still hide many secrets waiting to be unearthed. Every year, archaeologists from around the globe make new discoveries that add more depth to our understanding of this remarkable civilization. The allure of the unknown, the thrill of the find, the joy of solving a mystery that's thousands of years old. This is what makes Egypt a dream destination for archaeologists and history enthusiasts alike. The past is a vast and fascinating place, and Egypt is one of its most captivating chapters. It's a story that's still being written, with every new discovery adding another layer to our understanding. So, while our journey may be ending for today, the exploration of Egypt's ancient wonders continues. Whether you're a history enthusiast, an archaeologist, or simply curious, Egypt's ancient wonders are waiting to be explored. Until then, keep the spirit of discovery alive. The Rosetta Stone is one of the most famous ancient artifacts in the world. The Rosetta Stone was rediscovered in July 1799 by French soldiers who were part of Napoleon Bonaparte's Egyptian campaign. They were tearing down an old wall at Fort Julian near the town of Rashid, or Rosetta, in the Nile Delta, when they unearthed the stone. It is a large stone slab, originally part of a larger stele made of granodiorite. This durable material has preserved the inscriptions remarkably well over the millennia. The stone is inscribed with a decree issued in 196 BC at Memphis, Egypt, in honor of the Ptolemaic king Ptolemy V Epiphanes. This decree was meant to affirm the royal cult of the young king and was a significant political document of its time. What makes the Rosetta Stone so special is that the decree is inscribed in 3 different scripts, a feature that has made it invaluable to linguists and historians. Hieroglyphs, the formal writing system of ancient Egypt, these intricate symbols were used primarily for religious texts and monumental inscriptions. Demotic script, a cursive script used in everyday life. This script was the common script of the people, used for daily transactions and record-keeping. And finally, Ancient Greek. The presence of these 3 scripts is what ultimately allowed scholars to decipher hieroglyphs, which had been a mystery for centuries. News of the Rosetta Stone's discovery quickly spread throughout Europe, sparking a race among scholars to be the first to decipher the hieroglyphs. Among those who took up the challenge were Thomas Young, an English polymath, and Jean-François Champollion, a French philologist. Young made significant progress in deciphering the Demotic script, identifying several phonetic signs and correctly identifying the cartouche, or royal name ring, of Ptolemy. However, it was Champollion who would ultimately crack the code of hieroglyphs. The breakthrough came in 1822 when French scholar Jean-François Champollion announced that he had deciphered the hieroglyphs, opening up a new era of Egyptology. The Rosetta Stone thus stands as a testament to human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Champollion built upon Young's work, using his knowledge of Coptic, the last stage of the ancient Egyptian language, to identify phonetic correspondences between the Greek and hieroglyphic texts. In 1822, he had a breakthrough when he realized that the hieroglyphic signs in Ptolemy's cartouche represented the sounds of his name in Greek. This discovery revolutionized our understanding of hieroglyphs, demonstrating that they were not simply pictographs or ideograms, but a complex system of writing that included phonetic elements. Champollion's work laid the foundation for the modern study of ancient Egyptian language and culture. The decipherment of hieroglyphs had a profound impact on our understanding of ancient Egypt. It allowed scholars to read the countless inscriptions and texts that had previously been indecipherable, opening up a vast new window into Egyptian history, religion, and culture. We now know much more about the daily lives of the ancient Egyptians, their beliefs and practices, and their interactions with other cultures. The Rosetta Stone, therefore, played a pivotal role in unlocking the secrets of one of the world's oldest civilizations. The Rosetta Stone, a granodiorite stele inscribed with a decree issued in Memphis, Egypt, in 196 BC, has a fascinating history that spans centuries and continents. Following Napoleon's defeat in Egypt in 1801, the Rosetta Stone, along with other antiquities collected by the French, became the property of the British under the terms of the Treaty of Alexandria. This treaty marked a significant moment in history, as it not only ended the French campaign in Egypt, but also transferred a wealth of knowledge and artifacts to British hands. The stone was transported to England and presented to King George III, who donated it to the British Museum in 1802. The journey of the Rosetta Stone from Egypt to England was a monumental task, involving careful planning and execution to ensure its safe arrival. Upon its arrival, it was immediately recognized for its potential to unlock the secrets of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. The Rosetta Stone has been on display at the British Museum ever since, becoming one of its most popular exhibits. Its presence has not only attracted scholars and historians, but also inspired countless visitors to delve into the mysteries of ancient civilizations. The stone's inscriptions, written in 3 scripts, Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphic, provided the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs, a breakthrough that revolutionized our understanding of ancient Egypt. Millions of visitors from around the world flock to see the stone each year, marveling at its historical significance. The Rosetta Stone stands as a testament to human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Its journey from the sands of Egypt to the halls of the British Museum is a story of cultural exchange, discovery, and the enduring legacy of ancient civilizations. The Rosetta Stone's legacy extends far beyond its physical presence in the British Museum. Its discovery and decipherment sparked a renewed interest in ancient Egypt, leading to countless archaeological excavations and scholarly studies. The stone has become an iconic symbol of our ability to unlock the mysteries of the past. It serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving cultural heritage and the power of human ingenuity. The Rosetta Stone's fame has transcended academia, becoming a popular cultural icon. Its image has been used in countless books, films, television shows, and video games. The phrase Rosetta Stone has even entered the English lexicon as a metaphor for anything that holds the key to understanding a complex problem or mystery. The Rosetta Stone is more than just a stone slab with inscriptions. It is a key that unlocked the secrets of ancient Egypt, a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago along the banks of the Nile River. It is a tangible link to one of the world's oldest civilizations, a bridge connecting us to a time when pharaohs ruled and monumental pyramids were constructed. The Rosetta Stone is a testament to the enduring power of language, showcasing the intricate hieroglyphics that once conveyed the stories, laws, and beliefs of an ancient people. It stands as a symbol of our insatiable curiosity about the past, driving scholars and archaeologists to uncover the mysteries that lie beneath the sands of time. Its discovery and decipherment revolutionized our understanding of ancient Egypt, providing the key to translating hieroglyphics and opening up a vast new window into a world that had long been shrouded in mystery. This newfound knowledge allowed us to piece together the history, culture, and daily life of a civilization that had been lost to the ages, revealing the grandeur and complexity of ancient Egyptian society. The Rosetta Stone continues to captivate and inspire us today, drawing visitors from around the world to marvel at its inscriptions and the stories they tell. It serves as a reminder of the enduring power of human curiosity, the drive to explore, learn and understand our past. The importance of preserving our shared cultural heritage cannot be overstated, as it connects us to our roots and helps us understand the journey of humanity through the ages. The Rosetta Stone is a beacon of this heritage, a timeless artifact that continues to illuminate the path of discovery. Have you ever ruminated over the enigmas hidden under the glistening sands of ancient Egypt? The mere idea incites a sense of inquisitiveness and awe, for this territory, nurtured by the Nile, has played host to an extraordinary civilization, seemingly advanced but equally mystifying. At the core of the desert, the pyramids of Giza stand tall in their glory, symbolizing the power and inventiveness of the ancient Egyptians. These architectural wonders, constructed several millennia ago, still confound contemporary architects and engineers. How were they constructed with such meticulousness, and to what end? These queries persist, reverberating through the caverns of the Great Pyramid. Beyond the pyramids, the sepulchres of the Valley of the Kings hold a universe here, amidst the desert's tranquility. The pharaohs were consigned to their eternal slumber in opulence. Their tombs, embellished with elaborate hieroglyphics and priceless artifacts, provide a peek into their existence and ideologies. However, numerous of these crypts are yet to see the light of day, their mysteries shrouded by the relentless sands of time. It's not simply about the monumental edifices or the treasure-laden crypts. The ancient Egyptians were trailblazers in a myriad of knowledge domains: medicine, astronomy, mathematics, literature. The list is extensive. Papyrus scrolls awaiting interpretation might disclose priceless knowledge about old world wisdom. Yet, much of this wisdom continues to be untouched, constrained within the cryptic hieroglyphs. Then we come to the puzzling pantheon of the ancient Egyptians. Deities with human forms and beastly heads, tales of genesis and obliteration, rituals of life and death. These spiritual facets contribute to the intricacy and richness of the ancient Egyptian civilization. However, much of this spiritual heritage is yet to be entirely comprehended. The sands of Egypt form an expansive canvas, where the ancient civilization has painted a narrative of magnificence, intelligence, and mystery. As archaeologists and historians continue their exploration of this canvas, new discoveries keep surfacing, adding new dimensions to our comprehension of this captivating civilization. With an abundance of secrets still concealed by the sands, one can't help but ponder, what other mysteries does ancient Egypt harbor? The golden sands of Egypt have been generous, offering us glimpses into the past. Over the centuries, these unyielding dunes have relinquished a plethora of treasures that have significantly contributed to our understanding of this ancient civilization. The tombs of the pharaohs, for instance, are a testament to the grandeur of this bygone era. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing, is a marvel of engineering and architecture that continues to bewilder scholars and enthusiasts alike. Other significant tombs, such as those in the Valley of the Kings, have been the resting place of numerous pharaohs and high officials, offering us a wealth of information about their lives and beliefs. Then there's the Rosetta Stone, an unassuming slab of granodiorite that held the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs. Discovered in 1799, this trilingual inscription unlocked the secrets of an ancient language and in turn an entire civilization. This single artifact has been instrumental in our understanding of the nuances of ancient Egyptian culture, religion and administration. And who could forget the treasures of Tutankhamun's tomb? Discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter, this nearly intact tomb was filled with over 5,000 artifacts, many of them in pristine condition. The golden death mask of the young pharaoh, his richly adorned chariots, and the intricate jewelry are just a few examples of the exquisite craftsmanship of ancient Egyptians. Each discovery, each unearthed treasure, has added a piece to the elaborate puzzle that is ancient Egypt. Through these finds, we have been able to piece together a picture of a civilization that was at once complex and fascinating, a civilization that revered their leaders as gods, believed in life after death, and left an indelible mark on the world. Yet these unearthed treasures are but a fraction of what lies undiscovered. Beneath the golden sands, the relics of the past wait patiently, ready to reveal their secrets and continue the story of this incredible civilization. Yes, there is much more to be discovered. The quest is by no means over. It's just beginning. Beyond the well-known pyramids and grand temples, Egypt conceals more. A land steeped in antiquity, its sands whisper tales of glory and grandeur, many still untold. The mysteries of Egypt are not only confined to the majestic pyramids of Giza or the intricate tombs of the Valley of the Kings. Instead, they lie in wait beneath the vast expanses of the desert, within the heart of its bustling cities, and along the fertile banks of the Nile. The scope for discovery in Egypt is vast, as the recent unearthing of the lost Golden City near Luxor attests. A city hidden for over 3,000 years, it was found almost perfectly preserved, its streets lined with houses, its administrative and residential districts still intact. The archaeologists were astounded by the magnitude of the find. Indeed, it was a testament to the fact that, even after centuries of exploration, Egypt still has much to reveal. This discovery is not an isolated incident. Each year, more sites are being identified, waiting to be explored. Egypt, with its millennia-old history, holds an immense trove of archaeological wealth. The potential of finding such sites is not merely for the sake of historical curiosity. Each new discovery adds another chapter to our understanding of the ancient world, of civilizations that thrived thousands of years ago. Furthermore, these sites, once unearthed, can provide insights into the daily life, religious beliefs, social structure, and artistic sensibilities of the ancient Egyptians. They are not just remnants of the past, but living, breathing entities that continue to speak to us, sharing their stories, their triumphs, their tragedies. Yet the process of discovery is painstakingly slow. Each grain of sand must be carefully sifted, each artifact meticulously studied, each site painstakingly preserved. But the rewards are worth the effort, for every hidden site holds the promise of a new understanding, a new perspective, a new appreciation of the past. The sands of time have yet to reveal all their secrets. As we continue to delve into Egypt's hidden depths, we remain hopeful that the ancient land will continue to astonish us with its timeless tales and treasures. Ancient Egypt was a civilization ahead of its time, but how much do we truly know? Indeed, the civilization that thrived on the banks of the Nile was a beacon of human achievement, a testament to what ingenuity can accomplish. Let's delve into the realm of the ancient Egyptians' advanced knowledge. Consider their understanding of astronomy. They were among the first to chart the stars, establishing the basis for the modern 12-month calendar. Their sophisticated knowledge of celestial bodies allowed them to align their pyramids with the constellation of Orion, a feat that still baffles us to this day. But the depth of their astronomical understanding is still a mystery, waiting to be unraveled. In the field of medicine, the ancient Egyptians were pioneers. They performed complex surgeries, developed an array of medicinal treatments, and had an understanding of the human body that was years ahead of their time. The Ebers Papyrus, one of the oldest medical documents in existence, is a testament to their medical acumen. Yet we are only beginning to scratch the surface of their medical knowledge. Architecture was another area where the Egyptians excelled. The pyramids, the Sphinx, the temples, all stand as enduring symbols of their architectural prowess. But the principles behind their construction, the techniques they used, the tools they had, much of it remains shrouded in mystery. And let's not forget agriculture. The ancient Egyptians, through their intricate irrigation systems and knowledge of the Nile's flooding cycles, were able to turn the desert into a fertile oasis. The principles they employed are still in use today. But again, we have only a fragment of their agricultural knowledge. The ancient Egyptians were a civilization ahead of its time. Their knowledge in various fields was profound, and much of it remains untapped. We've inherited the remnants of their wisdom, but there is so much more to discover, so much more to understand. The wisdom of the ancients awaits in the shadows of the pyramids. The quest to unravel the mysteries of ancient Egypt is far from over. Indeed, the sands of Egypt continue to safeguard secrets that have yet to be revealed. Ongoing excavations and research carried out by intrepid archaeologists and historians are still unearthing treasures and knowledge that boggle the mind and challenge our understanding of this ancient civilization. In the heart of Egypt, beneath the blazing sun, the archaeologists' spades slice through the sands like a pen on a blank canvas, each stroke revealing a new layer of history, a new piece of the puzzle. Their work is not merely a job, but a passion, fueled by the allure of discovery. They are the true custodians of our past, painstakingly sifting through the sands of time. But it's not just about uncovering treasures, it's about deciphering the stories they tell. Every artifact, every inscription, every monument holds a narrative waiting to be understood. It's a complex jigsaw puzzle, and each discovery is a piece that brings us closer to seeing the full picture. The potential for new findings is vast, from the secrets of the Sphinx to the mysteries of the pyramids, from the enigmatic hieroglyphs to the lost tombs of the pharaohs. The possibilities are countless, and with each new discovery we gain a deeper understanding of the life, culture and wisdom of the ancient Egyptians. But this quest is not without its responsibilities. It's crucial that we preserve these historical sites and artifacts. They are our direct link to the past, a tangible testament to our shared human history. And they are a heritage that we must protect for future generations to learn from and appreciate. As we continue to dig deeper into the sands of Egypt, we inch closer to understanding the enigma of this ancient civilization. The quest continues, and with each passing day, the ancient sands of Egypt whisper stories waiting to be told. Our understanding of this remarkable civilization is growing, but there is still so much more to discover. The story of ancient Egypt is far from over, and the next chapter could be just beneath our feet. Deep in the heart of the Sinai Peninsula, amidst a rugged and unforgiving landscape, rises a mountain shrouded in mystery and legend. This is a place where the harshness of the desert meets the sublime beauty of nature, creating a setting that feels both timeless and otherworldly. Mount Sinai, known also as JBLMWS, Jabal Musa in Arabic, meaning Moses' mountain, has captivated the hearts and minds of people for millennia. It is a site of profound historical and spiritual significance, revered by multiple faiths and cultures. Its towering peaks and desolate beauty whisper tales of ancient prophets and divine encounters. The mountain stands as a silent witness to the passage of time, its rugged slopes etched with the stories of those who have come seeking answers and enlightenment. The very air around Mount Sinai seems to crackle with an unseen energy, a palpable sense of the sacred that has drawn pilgrims and seekers for centuries. Each step taken on its ancient paths feels like a journey through history, a connection to something greater than oneself. The silence of the desert, broken only by the wind whistling through the canyons, invites contemplation and introspection. It is a silence that speaks volumes, offering a space for reflection and a deeper understanding of one's place in the universe. It is a place where the veil between the earthly and the divine feels thin, where the echoes of ancient events still reverberate through the ages. The ancient ruins and relics scattered across the mountains serve as a testament to its enduring significance, a reminder of the countless souls who have been touched by its mystique. The history of Mount Sinai stretches back through the mists of time, intertwined with the very fabric of human civilization. The earliest mention of the mountain can be traced back to ancient Egyptian texts, where it was known as the Mountain of the Moon. The Egyptians believed that the goddess Hathor, the deity of love, beauty, music, dancing, fertility and joy, resided on the mountain. They mined turquoise in the area and built temples at its base, evidence of their deep reverence for this sacred place. The legacy of their presence can still be seen today in the ruins and artifacts scattered across the landscape. Mount Sinai holds a unique place in the history of the world's great Abrahamic religions. For Jews, Christians and Muslims alike, it is revered as the site where Moses received the Ten Commandments from God. This pivotal event, recounted in the book of Exodus, forever linked Mount Sinai with divine revelation and the establishment of moral law. For Christians, Mount Sinai represents the tangible manifestation of God's covenant with his people. It symbolizes the meeting point between heaven and earth, a place where the divine will was made known to humanity. Muslims too revere Moses as a prophet and recognize the importance of Mount Sinai in his story. Over the centuries, Mount Sinai has become a tapestry woven with the threads of different cultures and beliefs. This sacred mountain stands as a testament to the rich history and spiritual significance that it holds for so many people around the world. Bedouin tribes, who have called the Sinai Desert home for generations, have their own stories and traditions associated with the mountain. These nomadic people have passed down their legends and customs through countless generations, each adding their own layer to the mountain's mystique. They believe that the mountain is inhabited by jinn, or spirits, and treat it with respect and reverence. The Bedouins' rituals and practices are deeply intertwined with the natural landscape, reflecting a profound connection to the earth and the unseen forces they believe dwell within it. For many, a visit to Mount Sinai is a deeply spiritual experience, a pilgrimage to a place where they can connect with the divine and reflect on the deeper meaning of life. Pilgrims from various faiths come here seeking solace, enlightenment, and a sense of peace that only such a sacred site can provide. The mountain has a way of stripping away the superficial and revealing the raw essence of the human spirit. In the quiet moments at the summit, one can feel a profound sense of clarity and purpose, as if the mountain itself whispers ancient truths to those who are willing to listen. Beyond its religious and historical significance, Mount Sinai is also home to a surprising array of natural wonders. Hidden within its canyons and valleys are ancient rock formations, secret springs, and a diverse range of plant and animal life. The mountain is a haven for ibexes, gazelles, and other desert creatures that have adapted to its harsh conditions. In an age of globalization and technological advancement, it is easy to feel disconnected from the natural world and the spiritual dimensions of life. Yet, Mount Sinai stands as a timeless reminder of the enduring power of faith, the beauty of the natural world, and the interconnectedness of all things. Whether one is drawn to Mount Sinai for its religious significance, its historical legacy, or simply its raw natural beauty, the mountain has a way of leaving an indelible mark on the soul. It is a place that challenges, inspires, and ultimately transforms. The traditional pilgrimage to the summit of Mount Sinai is a challenging but rewarding experience. There are two main routes to the top. The longer and more gradual ascent is via the Camel Trail, a winding path that can be traversed on foot or by camel. The more challenging but quicker route is the Steps of Repentance, a steep staircase of over 3,750 steps carved into the mountainside by a repentant monk. The ascent is usually made at night to avoid the scorching heat of the day and to reach the summit in time for sunrise. At the summit of Mount Sinai lies St. Catherine's Monastery, one of the oldest continuously operating Christian monasteries in the world. Founded in the 6th century AD, the monastery is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and houses a treasure trove of religious art, manuscripts and icons. The monastery's library is renowned for its collection of ancient texts, including the Codex Sinaiticus, one of the oldest surviving manuscripts of the Bible. The monastery is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the human spirit's ability to thrive in even the harshest of environments. Mount Sinai stands as a timeless symbol of faith, history, and natural wonder. For millennia, its towering peaks have drawn pilgrims, adventurers, and seekers from all over the world. Its story is interwoven with the very fabric of human civilization, and its legacy continues to inspire and intrigue us today. As long as humans gaze up at the stars and ponder the mysteries of life, Mount Sinai will continue to hold a special place in our hearts and imaginations. It is a place where the veil between heaven and earth feels thin, where the whispers of the divine can still be heard in the wind.